Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are talking right now with Joe Duffy from offshoreinsiders.com, who has agreed to take another 5 NFL games this week that I asked him to take, and we should be happy about that because he went 4-2 against spread in the NFL with us last week, 14-5 against the spread overall in the past 2 weeks. He's just on fire now, and he's had a pretty damn good career overall in his whole life. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
That's right, 27 years in the business. Very few who can say that full time, baby.
All right, well, these are tough NFL lines, but you're taking them all, and I appreciate it. Carolina and Baltimore is what we're going to talk about now. Before we get to it, give a plug for offshoreinsiders.com. Everyone knows what your deal is in our videos. If they have never been to your site, tell us what the deal is about offshoreinsiders.com.
That's right. It is my full-time job. It is my hobby. It's been my only occupation since graduating college back in 1988, and I even worked part-time while I was in college. So I've been at this a long time. We're 12. Just for those people who only care about what we've done lately, because if you care about long-term stuff, you're already with us. 12-6 with our pro football and college football wise guys combined. Offshoreinsiders.com.
All right, Joe. Carolina, Baltimore. This is one of those games where you get a break on the side, because 3 and 3.5 are both widely available numbers. So if you like Baltimore, you get 3. You like Carolina, you get 3.5. The total's 40.5. Baltimore got the close win over Cleveland last week, and the Panthers got blasted by Pitt on Sunday night. And the two issues here, well, first of all, the Panthers are having some injuries at running back. How much of a problem will that be for them? Not exactly sure, but they do have a bunch of significant injuries at running back. They also have a good defense, but Pitt did put up 37 on them on Sunday night. This is a very low total, and I'm wondering if Carolina might be a little bit more pass-happy with their depleted run game. Will Baltimore be able to move the ball like Pittsburgh did on Carolina? I don't know, but 40.5, very low total. And I'm also thinking, do I really trust Baltimore as this kind of a favorite against a quality team like Carolina with Cam Newton, with the defense that they do bring to the table? So my first thoughts are Carolina plus 3.5 and the over 40.5. What do you think, Joe Duffy?
No, siree, Bob. We actually disagree on the total there. I'm going to go with the under. And I know your name's not Bob, but it's just a saying. In reality, no, they're actually supposed to get D'Angelo Williams back. It does look like Stewart is going to be out, but Williams is their starter, so their running game should be a little bit better this week. But you're right, they're not going to have that depth, that 1-2 punch that they rely on. But again, I'm going to get back to my golden rule. It's more about pace, and in this case, play calling. Mike Shula, the offensive coordinator for Carolina, he flat out said, we've got to run the ball more. Last year, they were a much more balanced team, and this year they've been a little bit too much pass happy, and I don't think there's any blowing smoke. It's not one of these, Bill Belichick things trying to be coy. I do think that Carolina is very much going to try to get back more to that offensive balance. The Ravens, this is kind of surprising. They're actually 4th in NFL snaps this year, but I don't know if I expect that to continue. They're not really quite the up-tempo team. Yeah, I know that last year when Ken Cameron came in, they did play a little bit more of an up-tempo than they had in previous years, but they still have very good rushing numbers, the Ravens do, when they hold teams to 0.9 yards per rushing attempt below their normal average. And granted, the Panthers are horrible against the run defensively, but they're very strong against the pass. But no, I do like the under. It's a pretty high total, and I'm buying into it. I do believe that Carolina is going to run the ball a lot more this week, and that's especially, you do want to check on their running back injuries. As of right now, it does look like that Williams will be playing and Stewart will probably be out. But if they can, Carolina is going to run the ball a lot more this week. All
right. Well, you obviously have more intel on this one in terms of the game plan than I have. So your official pick for this video, you want to go with the under at 40.5.
I do want to go with the under, yes, sir.
All right. Well, Baltimore has been an under-trending team so far this year, and Carolina, of course, does have that great defense. So if they're going to employ a run-heavy game plan, then that makes a lot of sense. Still, it's a low total, though. Doesn't make you nervous?
Yeah, I mean, it does a little bit. Now, also, there's so much has been made. I mean, I think it could be a quote-unquote intangible, where Steven Smith is returning, of course, to play against Carolina. And his numbers this year, he's actually averaging 16 yards a reception. Last year, he only averaged a little bit more, 11.6. And really, the people that I trust who watch the game films, they say he has lost a step in speed. He's still a great receiver, despite the fact that this year he's averaging a lot of yards per catch. I think that's a little bit of an aberration, but he's still a heck of a receiver. I think he's more of a possession receiver, too. So I think even the fact that he's had a couple long touchdowns this year is an aberration. Now, I mean, of course, it worries me. No game is 100% sure, but no, I think the high percentage play is the under.
Great analysis, as always. Joe Duffy liking the under 40.5 in Carolina. Carolina, Baltimore. Thanks, Joe.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.